Up going live here. It's always tough to tell for me. I don't know if we're live yet. We might be, but good morning, team. What a very, very eventful last kind of 18 hours that we've had over here. We have a lot to talk about. Congratulations to everybody that's been nailing these moves, especially the one that I gave you guys for free yesterday on this stream. We're going to be talking about that one, kind of what the targets are with that. Seeing how we're going to manage that one's going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a better picture, but I think we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are getting some statements from Powell right now as he is testifying before the House Financial Services Committee. Let's read some of these comments over here. We have an interesting one coming out through Nikki Leaks. Powell is asked whether he wants to co-sign onto Waller's dovish inflation outlook. He stays neutral. I think many paths are possible here, and certainly the one you mentioned is a possible one. We could see inflation come in not as strong as we expect. If that were the case, that would tend to suggest cutting sooner. We could see the labor market weaken, and that would also suggest cutting sooner. On the other hand, if we see inflation coming in higher, or if the labor market were to remain strong, then we would probably be moving later. So I think there are a range of possible outcomes. Certainly the one you mentioned is one of them. So the Fed, again, is still very, very cautious here and not really leaning any which way here, one or the other, on what they're going to do coming up at this July meeting, even though you have Waller and Bowman coming out and saying that they would be in support of cutting rates at the July meeting if we don't see anything crazy happening with any of the inflation or labor market data that's going to be coming out over the next couple of weeks here. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. Would love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. We have that 100 like goal today. Let's see if we can hit it. That would be absolutely awesome. Let's start kind of talking about some of these positions. So yesterday, during this live stream here, I gave you guys out another freebie. So just kind of showing you guys just how powerful the stuff that we do in the Less Trades, More Profits community is. The entry level was right around here on ARM, 148.42. This one is now trading at, what is it, 150.360. Congratulations to everybody that is in this. I mean, I'm going to keep showing you guys time and time again how simple trading this market can actually be and just how effective it is. Now, Kimberly also made a very interesting point this morning, too. We are about 3 weeks away from earnings season. I mean, I've been showing you guys the last couple of earnings trades that we had. Dollar General, 700%. What was the other one? Zscaler, 800%. And the big one, Oracle, 1,500%. Really, really, really solid moves there. We do have a couple potentials this week for it as well. So be on the lookout for those. I mean, those of you guys that are in the group, you guys are going to see that in the pre-market plan. But interesting moves across the board. Palantir still very strong here. Tesla moving its way down. As soon as we started to see this one start to dive near market open here, with the overall market looking very strong. Again, we were on the private live stream for this. I cut the rest of my my free Tesla call, so I just took the rest of the profits off of the table there. And think about what we were talking about with this one too. If we are going to see the market aggressively move to the upside, Tesla flirting with yesterday's high, and then start to sell off at open while the market was trading higher, well, that's not a position that I want to stay in. So I believe I was out where? Right around 350. So I ended up getting some additional profits on that one because it was already free. So very, very nice moves there. ARM is now looking for day highs. That one's looking great. Guys, I mean, what do you guys expect at this point? You guys see it every single time. Or almost every single time. This one is really flirting with those day highs. Those contracts are looking very good over here. Congratulations to everybody that's in those. What we also have to talk about here is with the broad market, guys, as we start to go into the next couple of weeks here. That's software. That's interesting. We'll take a look at that in a second there. But as we start to head into the next couple of weeks, the market, if we end up seeing this ceasefire adhered to, is going to shift its focus back to being a lot more focused in on the developments with the new trade deals. And it's almost good timing because we are expecting to see a lot of these trade deals come through. I believe there's a deadline coming up. I think it's like July 7th for a lot of these tariffs here. So that would be very interesting to see, especially if we got some new deals. We could easily see the market start to trade higher. We are very, very close here to all-time highs. So it could get spicy, guys. And those of you guys that are in LTMP, I mean, what were we talking about this morning? things are looking very, very interesting coming into the next few weeks here. So Sofi looking good today as well, up 1.5% right now. Again, with that weekly breakout that we've been talking about, I would expect this one to be a little bit of like a slow grind up. And that's exactly what we've seen. Remember, I own shares of this thing at $6.55, so really, really solid returns on this as well. AMD, my baby, is looking great today as well too. 136. That's great, man. Love to see those. Ooh, you guys are slacking on the like button here. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, how many more times do you gotta see just the most epic trades in the market called out to you guys? I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep making money. All my people are gonna keep making money. Give us an early Christmas, Jay. There's ARM new highs. There it goes. So first target on this one, it's tentative, but I would like to see 156.41. That's what I would like to see on that one. We'll see where the contracts are. I might give these a little bit more room to breathe because this is an epic looking chart here. Position's up like 60% right now, so very, very solid start to this one. But again, I gave this one to you guys in the public stream yesterday, so make sure you guys are taking advantage of some of these. I mean, you guys are going to get a couple of freebies every now and then on these streams here, but again, you're going to get the big ones in the Less Trades More Profits group. So let's see what we got here. Celsius, this is another one that was on the watch list for this week too. This one fired off this morning. Again, on a day like today, I'm usually not the biggest fan of going into these new trades after we see these gap ups, but I did say this one, not really the worst idea in the world. Congratulations to everybody that's in this one. Yet another one playing out here. The breakout was what, 44.80? Really nice move so far there. So up $1 a share. Those options must be looking really good. Somebody got what? September's? Yeah, those did look good. The Septembers did look good on that one. Yeah, let's see. I mean, another good day, guys. But what do you expect? That's what we do around here. AMD looking great. Yield. Oh, I like this. This is what we want to see. We want to see interest rates coming down here. Or yields coming down. That's what we want to see. Is there anything else hitting the feed here? No. We do have Powell. Reason we are not cutting is that forecasts in and out of the Fed expect meaningful increase in inflation this year. I don't know how many more times you guys want me to say it, but that's just not going to happen. It does not make any sense. The Fed has been talking about this for really the last 7 months because this all started, guys, and this is really important, understanding just where things are. And Renee, we're going to have a really good conversation about energy names in a second here. But this all started, this whole inflation fear was really kind of shown to us by the Fed in the meeting minutes of the December FOMC meeting, and they have not let up yet. They have been wrong every step of the way that inflation was going to see a meaningful increase this year. You have not seen it. Now, it really does look like the boy who cried wolf type of scenario here. And now you're starting to see these other FOMC members say, well, we've been talking about this potential spike to inflation, and there has been none. So when you see a little bit of weakness in the labor market and the potential for slowing economic growth, but you don't have the inflation metrics moving to the upside, well, the whole stagflation narrative kind of goes out the window, and it opens the door for the Fed to be a little bit more dovish. They're just not there in total yet. So, but Renee, let's start talking about energy here a little bit. And this is something that I need you guys to all understand. I tried to get this through to everybody, and I just I don't know how to make it any more clear. When we were talking about oil over the last few weeks, let's actually ask the live chat here. What did I say about oil and energy? What did we talk about when we were thinking about oil and energy in what the smartest thing was to do based on all of the available information? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember? I said it a lot. Let's see. I'll give you guys a few seconds. And as you guys are filtering in here, make sure you guys hit that like button. We have that 100 like goal. You guys are actually crushing it today. Shout out to you guys. YOLO? No. Full port? Guys, let's be serious. Guys, let's be serious. You got like another 10 seconds. Wait? Nope, the answer wasn't wait. The answer was don't touch. Yes, 1 of 1 got it. Don't touch it. Why? Why is the answer on oil don't touch it? It's the same reason why we don't chase in the market. It's the same reason why once something gets hyped up, we don't go near it. It's because the move has already happened. When you buy oil names with oil spiking up here, you're then expecting it to continue. But what does that actually mean in the context of everything that we were seeing? Widespread, massive escalation in the Middle East. How likely was that? Not that likely. I mean, this was a really, really big oil move to the upside. If you guys have been reading the Trade the Futures, not the stock, but yeah, what direction? I was short. It was the direction on oil that I gave out. Then when we move over to something like Oxy, just looking at the chart here, this would never be something that I would go near, even though we have a decent chart setup because you're just hanging out directly below the 200 EMA. Right, Bardistas too. You have no idea what's about. You're basically gambling on a conflict in the Middle East by touching anything energy related after everything had started to play out. Now, so just thinking about it, it doesn't have to be oil, it could be anything else. Now, does that seem like a repeatable process to you to make money in the market over time? To me, it doesn't, which is why I then come out and say, don't go near any energy, because what can happen? This. You could probably find it on some of the streams somewhere. Maybe it's the private streams I do with the Discord. Maybe it's on these streams. I mean, I know I said it a bunch, but the risk to oil was not that it continued moving vertically to the upside there. The risk on oil was that it did this. And if you trade the oil names, what's going to happen? You're going to get rug pulled, which is exactly what happened with Oxy. So, guys, I don't say these things for no reason. I think you guys see me call these moves enough times. Remember, I know I look young, but I've been doing this and watching markets and analyzing it since I was 14, 12 years. A very long time. Which is also why I'm able to keep all of the group members safe when like the market starts to look a little bit funky, and I'm just like, just take a little breather. I know we've been having fun, the multi-1000% trades, it's good, everyone's having fun. Appreciate it. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, because it's like, it's the typical retail trader nonsense that I talk about all the time. They're like, ooh, oil's up, let's buy oil names. And it's like, well, if oil's already up, you're then betting on oil going up more, which is based on conflict escalating in the Middle East, which you don't actually know what's happening, and it's just a gamble. Not a repeatable process to the market, right? Are we taking any new trades today? I'm not going to be taking probably no new trades here today, but if you did grab Celsius, that was an epic one. We are starting to look a little older. I don't know, man. People, I was asking people this weekend how old they thought I was, and they were like 23, 22. I was like, thanks, I appreciate it. Following you for your years. Yeah, I know, Renee. I hope some of these things are starting to get through to you, and a lot of other of you guys too. Like, there are certain ways to operate in the market, and there are certain ways to not. So the knee-jerk reaction that some of you will have to like seeing a big event happen and wanting to take, like, oh, let's just use oil, like oil up, wanting to buy oil stocks. My reaction and a lot of the other people's in the group reaction is literally the exact opposite. Starting to see a little gray. You're not seeing any gray. My reaction is actually the exact opposite. It's stay away, don't touch them. Here goes ARM pushing even further here, guys. There we go. Everybody that was on the stream yesterday that heard me talking about this one, printing yet again. So again, for those of you guys that aren't in the group yet, make sure you guys take advantage of the best sale that I'm ever going to offer. 50% off your first 2 months to the group. Use code TRADE, or not TRADE. That's not a code. Use code JUNE. That'll give you 50% off your first 2 months. Oil stocks falling and EV going up. Tesla's moving kind of on its own there today. But like those types of things, to me, is like not how you really want to be analyzing the market, because you're looking at something that could be happening in the medium to long term and applying it to a short term time, like horizon, you know? Does that make sense? It's like, oh, if oil goes down, EVs could go up. Right. How long could that play out for? Or how long could that take to actually play out? Months, quarters, you know? And a lot of people will try to like relay that back to like what's happening in a day. And it's like, well, it's almost irrelevant what happens that day because you could see a longer term trend develop, you know? But ARM here is looking absolutely phenomenal. These contracts should be getting really snappy soon. Yep, there we go. There we go. So, just wanted my insight. Yeah, it's just like, it's just not something that I'm really going to look at, you know? Like, I'll do sector and out. Speaking of sectors, we're looking at this software. I mean, that's why Palo probably ran a little. Yep. It's up a little, nothing crazy, but yeah, any questions that you guys have, any tickers that you want me to cover, just ask. That's what I'm here for. A lot of it too is just like me talking about markets in a way that I don't think a lot of people have heard before. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh yeah, good idea. No. A lot of the things that I say on the streams are probably going to be things that you guys don't want to hear, but it's things that you need to hear if you want to have success, because I want all of you to have success. That's why I created the group, and that's why it's so cheap. So that for those of you guys that actually want to really come in and learn things, it's like you can. And then I do these streams to help the rest of you guys out sometimes. ARM looks great though. Really good moves here. Big fan of this. This could be a big one. This could be another big one. We'll see, though. We need the market to hold on. We need a lot of things to happen with this. ARM now free. Congrats, Ryan. Dude, I love seeing you guys make money. Since you're in Sweden and can't buy options on the U.S. market, is it worth joining you anyway? Daniel, actually, yes. What a lot of people don't realize, and I try to make this clear, is like the risk to reward on all of the trades that I hand out to you guys are better if you trade shares. So here's a great example of this. So you guys have heard me talk about the Tesla setup over the last few weeks here. Obviously, we outlined, what was this level here? It was like 355 something, or was this high? What's this high? 355.40 was the first take profit on Tesla. Now, when we were up at this level on Tesla, my options were probably up, what, 180%, something like that? But think about the risk to reward with shares. You risk 1% on your account. You made back 4.5. In order for that options trade to generate a similar result, well, those options would have had to go up 400%. The reason why I like options is because if you catch a runner, they can really, really ramp. Like, as you get deeper into the move, those options really skyrocket. And two, it allows you to trade more setups. The only time, I say this too, the only time that trading options will be better than shares is with the post-earnings trades. That's it. Like, I'll never trade shares on the post-earnings, but there are a lot of, like, I know Rohan trade shares, like, plus, from Sweden, I think you can trade American options. You just have to look for the right broker. Interactive brokers should allow you to do it. But again, everybody should learn with shares first, because then you can see, like, oh, this is how powerful these moves are. Like, boom, right here. Here's the entry on another one. They announced they will likely cut rates by the end of the year, so thoughts on TLT? Don't trade TLT. TLT is broken. If you're going to do anything, trade bond futures, but the times that I will trade bonds, Renee, I think you've been around long enough to see me do this. Called the top in yields on this day, so I was pretty close. This was my best call here, but the reason why I'm able to come out and make those calls in the bond market with such confidence is because of the way that the market is projecting, like the way that the probabilities are set up. So like up in here, or down in here, the market was projecting like 8 rate cuts, and it's like, well, in order for bonds yields to continue down, the market has to price in even more cuts. It's not that like the cuts are actually gonna move yields around at that point. all of those cuts have already been priced in. That's why yields were trading at 3.6. Yeah, Rohan, trading shares. Yeah, I'm up 15% on his account thanks to Tesla and ARM. Awesome. But yeah, for those of you guys hopping in, make sure you guys use code June. That'll give you 50% off your first 2 months. But I'd do that soon. That sale's not going to be going on for much longer. But that link's at the top of the live chat. ARM still looking great here. So hopefully a lot of this stuff is starting to make a lot more sense to you guys. You just shorted your bank account. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? How does one even do that? Yeah, really good move here. So we talked about this one yesterday. What are these up? 67%, 60 something percent. They're moving around like crazy, but really good move so far. What do I think about Hood? Oh, there's that breakout. Looks good. Now, for me personally, I don't buy stocks up here. I buy bases. So I got a message from one of the individuals in my group. Where was it? He was up what? Yeah, up 106% on his Hood shares 4 days ago. So that was probably when. So I always make the joke to everybody that, like, if I start selling puts on things, you stop, Reaper. I did not buy Target. If I start selling puts on things, it's probably the good time to buy. I was selling puts down here. So this was really the spot that I would have been buying, right at 30. So I would assume he's up even more now on his Hood shares, but these are the times that I buy, not up here. It's very similar to Hims. Very, very, very similar to Hims. So like this one down here, guys, was when I was talking about this to the group and on the streams and in the videos. I was like, yeah, 30 to 31, right at the 200 EMA on Hims with the growth that this one has. Yeah, this one looks great. When everybody was asking me up in here, should I buy Hims in the 50s and 60s? No, I don't think so. Because if I like something at 30, I like it a lot less at 50 or 60, you know? Because the risk at that point on the chart is a downside move. The risk for further downside here is a lot less than it is up here. So I mean, if this thing comes down and consolidates at the 200 again, depending on what happens with some of these new partnerships, I might buy some, but I don't know. Oh, ARM new highs. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I show you guys this stuff every day. There we go. Who's in ARM? Let's see. I know Ryan is. Ryan already made him free. Really good move there, though. So what? We've had Tesla and ARM, and then Dollar General was a little annoying today with that Goldman downgrade, but paper cut. The other beautiful thing about the way that like we operate in the market, guys, is that like any losing trade is going to be so minuscule. Like maybe the options are down 10, 20%. Maybe 30 at the most. If you get a gap down, it's different. But what are the winners? 100, 200, 800, 1,000%. The risk to reward is always in your favor, which is why people can come in and just like be very new to the market and just start crushing it. Because they hit 1 or 2 trades and they're like, oh my God, it's this simple? I'm like, yeah, it's not that hard. Everybody's just like tried to overcomplicate stuff to you guys, and I don't get it. You know? Ben, nice work, man. Yeah, I think today is the last day for the Apex sale too. So for those of you guys that need more Apex accounts, for those of you guys that are day trading, obviously you always want to be putting your main focus on swing trading because it's going to make you more money over the long term. But for the leverage, I mean, there you guys go. That's the link for Apex right there. Just use code VIX. That'll give you guys 80% off. You guys get up to $6 million in funding. So here's another one too, Celsius. This was one from the watch list, I think this week. 44.75, that break right there, and you can see that one starting to cruise. So again, very simple. not hard. Once you guys go through the curriculum videos, you're gonna be like, wait, that's what you do? I'm like, yeah. Not hard. I could teach a 4-year-old this stuff. What are these up right now? 74% on the arms. That's good. So like if we do end up ripping to this first target today, 156, I mean, these could probably be up 120, 130%, which would be good for an initial scale out. I'd like to see some follow through up into the 160s. Ideally, you know? Because like ARM is one that if it gets going, oh boy, it could turn into some real big gains. CVS. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I like that pinching into the 10, the breakout off of it. That's a good move. That could be a fun one. CCL. That was not a setup. Oh, wait. Oh, that was a post earnings. Oh, yeah, but you really wouldn't be up anything on that. I would not be upset about missing that. Do I think there'll be a correction in the market this summer? I would. The way that you have to think about, like, if there's going to be a correction in the market this summer is what would drive that. You added a little more Novo. Oh, I might do that today. What would drive a correction this summer? And think about what price has done with all of the craziness that we've seen so far. We've seen an ungodly amount of tariffs. We've seen potential World War III breaking out with like Iranian nukes. What did the market do? Off of all of that bad news, what did the market do? Nothing. So I would say you would need something really significant here to bring this market down in the short term. Granted, you could see a little bit of buyer fatigue, but at the same time, you also have to think about where funds are positioned, where, like, once you break all-time highs, which on ES it looks a lot closer than it is. We'll look at SPY here. It's a little bit further away. That's where a lot of people are going to have to start to flip bullish. All of these shorts that have been like, nope, the world is ending, the market's coming down, inflation's going to rip back up, we're going to go into stagflation. All of those big shorts are going to have to flip. Not because they want to, right? Because you have to think about that a lot of them, the majority of them are managing outside money. They have a fiduciary duty to their clients to not do stupid things. So I would say we're in for a pretty solid summer if everything goes. Obviously, there's going to be bumps in the road, but I wouldn't expect anything really, really, really significant because of how resilient this market has shown itself to be, you know? You added some more Novo under 69 yesterday. Nice. Yeah, Celsius at 46. Great work there, guys. I mean, across the board, you guys see it every day. So let's see. We're about 70 likes away from the 100-like goal today. Let's see if we can hit it. Let's see if we can hit it, folks. Again, I'm live every single day at 10:30 for you guys here. Fridays, I am live earlier because that's public live day. So make sure, for those of you guys that don't, go and check. Make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. YouTube actually hates me now, like with a passion. So make sure you guys have notifications turned on so you're not missing anything. Oh, you know what? Where did Nvidia go? Yeah, I mean, that one's got a decent start there. Again, I wasn't really interested in doing anything else this morning. I just kind of wanted to let ARM go. But yeah, that's another decent start on that one. What was the other one? Facebook? And this is why this is what I always get worried about on these gaps every time. This is why I don't buy gap ups. This right here. Never, ever, ever, ever. I don't buy gap ups. Is market selling off right now? Yeah, a little bit. What do we got? Anything coming through the news feed here? Yep. Powell, as long as the economy is strong, we can take a little bit of a pause here. Oh boy. Powell, if not for the expectations of higher inflation this year, we would have continued cutting. Okay, so this is the other interesting thing that we have to realize about this too. Think about how stupid that statement is from Powell. Just think about it. I'm gonna make just to make a point here. what have the inflation expectations actually been on the surveys? They're so wildly wrong that the Fed is not being data dependent, they're being survey dependent. Is that what they should be doing? No. The Fed says they're data dependent, but they're not, actually. Because Powell just admitted it. He just said, if not for expectations of higher inflation this year from tariffs, we would have continued cutting. But that's basically admitting that, oh, the data says everything's fine for new rate cuts. People just expect inflation to go up, so we're not going to cut yet. Have we seen higher inflation? No. So this is what my argument has been all along, is that the Fed is just incorrect right now. They are making a policy mistake, yet another policy mistake. Does that make sense to everybody? Like Powell, we heard him last week, oh, we're data dependent. No, you're survey dependent. You look at the Michigan consumer sentiment and look at their inflation expectations. Their inflation expectations are saying that inflation is going to jump to 6.5% this year. But all of those surveys are politically driven. So when the Fed says that they try not to be political, it's like, well, hold on. Okay, so are we just not going to look at data at all? Zero? We're just going to look at surveys now? That doesn't make any sense to me. Zero. Now, do I think we should be cutting aggressively right now? No, but I do think that there is room for, let's say, 3 or 4 rate cuts this year. Probably 3. ARM's looking really great here, guys. Let's see if this can get a little push here. So congratulations to everybody that was on the stream yesterday when I outlined this for all of you. Really, really great moves here. This is it's mind-boggling to me that more people don't do this. It's the simplest thing in the world. And I make it even easier with the post-earning strategy. That thing is lethal. But hopefully that stuff is starting to make sense to you guys. Because it's like, that's kind of where the crux of the argument is. It's like, yeah, we might see inflation move to the upside, but I'm not going to put that as my base case until we start seeing it. If we don't see inflation moving to the upside, I'm just going to sit here and say that these stagflation arguments are a bit silly. Is there a risk of it? Sure. Sure, there's a risk of it. The textbook's going to tell you tariffs cause inflation. Okay, but what then happens if all of these corporations just pile in on imports in the first quarter and wait for all of these trade deals to come through, which are actually probably going to get the tariff levels back down to what everybody thought they were going to be initially? What happens then? Well, then that economic concept of ceteris paribus goes out the window because all other things are not being held equal. So, it's really just saying, okay, we might, but until we actually see it, we shouldn't be saying that that's most likely going to happen. Because everything up to this point, the data that the Fed should be dependent on is not suggesting that, right? I think Tom Lee was talking about core CPI. It was it actually showed deflation in a lot of different elements. All right, here we go. EU readies retaliatory tariffs to secure a better trade deal with Trump. So the market is, again, going to be looking at these trade talks a lot more closely over the... here we go on ARM. We're close, guys. We actually might get to that first TP area today, 156.41. Look at that, guys. Here's another one. I don't know. If you guys aren't in the group yet, I don't know what you're doing. Sounding titles. Oh, no. No. Those get clicks. YouTube just doesn't like me. Here's the thing, though, Sherry. You would have never clicked on a video if I didn't do that. That's the... I'm going to keep clickbaiting because that's how the game is played. I also don't care. I make a joke that YouTube hates me, but, I really don't care. You know? it's like I do this to help you guys. You guys that want the information, you're gonna get it. You guys that want to hop into the group and learn how to nail these trades, you're gonna do it. If not, you're like it doesn't change anything for me, you know. ARM isn't on trading 212. I would, anybody that's international, look and see if you can get interactive brokers, because they're gonna have everything. Oracle, you're doing a round 2 on that thing. I mean, this was the 1500% post earnings move that we nailed, but that is looking like a very interesting chart setup. What are we up on these? 81% on the arms right now. Great. Great. Yeah, I'd love to see that first target get hit today. 156.41. Tasty trade. Yeah, you could use that too. Sherry, welcome back. Yeah, Celsius still looks good. Everything looks good. Everything looks good, guys. Yeah, for those of you guys that missed it or don't know where the link is, I'll throw the link to the group in the live chat for you guys too. Just use code June. Just if you guys are gonna hop in, make sure you use code June to get 50% off your first 2 months. It's literally only $1 a day. Especially as we get into earnings season 2. Oh my God. Those morning streams are going to get very fun. The last 3 were disgusting. 23% on BBAI. Yeah, we talked about that setup, didn't we? Yeah, I did like it. For a trade, it looked decent. That's a good one there. Do I think it's going to go back up to the highs? Probably not, but it's a good setup. Everything is looking nice and clean today. Less trades, more profits. Josie Wales, welcome back, buddy. What are you? Yeah, so this is what we want to see out of the 10-year. If we can get the 10-year closing down below 4.3 and like closing down below this, I hate to say the 200 EMA because it's a yield chart, but like you do see it respected. You know? Yeah, I mean, if we go for these pre-market highs in the market, we probably get ARM up to that target. I don't know though. I mean, there's always the potential for like it closes around here and then you get a nice gap up, which I would prefer, honestly. You know, I think one of my favorite things in the world is having short-dated options and waking up to a gap up. That's nothing else like it. I've had a lot of those. Remember the Google one? Where's the location in the Discord for the pre-market stream? DB. First of all, when I put the welcome message to you, the welcome start here, make sure you read start here. It's in the pre-market plans every day. So the link to the live stream is included in the pre-market plan every day. One last one for today. Garrett, you can ask me as many questions as you want. That's what I'm here for. CLSK. I would assume that one looks good because I know what the Bitcoin chart looks like. I don't really like that weekly chart. It's very whippy. If I were to do anything, I'd probably just trade the Bitcoin breakout if it happens on the weekly. You know? Like, even that doesn't look great, but, like, you get a break of, like, 109, 110, 600. I think you're going right to 120. Pre-market plan. Romeo, you are going to confuse people. That Celsius move looks really good too. These might start getting snappy, man. I don't know. I mean, I might trim a little bit if we hit that, because if these aren't up as much as I want them to be, I'll just keep holding this. Like, this is a great setup. Might as well hold my winners, man. You know? Like, it'd be great to get up to 161. That'd be phenomenal, you know? Ooh, we're almost halfway there to the 100-like goal, guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Keep smacking that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot over here. Yeah, Palantir, I think, is still looking good here, too. I'm not going to trade that breakout just because I think you're going to see a lot of volatility at these highs. But if you want it, you could size for 0, short dated, and have some fun with it. You know? $84%. Yeah, I mean, there's probably... He's probably get up over 100%. Which would be nice. Some nice gains on ARM. I probably will. If we hit that today, 146.41, I'll probably trim some. At least a little bit. Because then we have a really solid gain on Tesla. Datadog, or not Datadog, Dollar General forced me out. Then lock in some more really good gains on ARM. You know? Another $1. Just need another $1. Is that too much to ask for? I really like the yield move. I want to check the news feed here too, see if we got anything else coming through. I don't think we do. No. These are the, if you guys want to have any type of success in the market, these are the types of trades you have to be in. So I gave this one out to you guys yesterday on this stream too. Like if you see that and you don't long it, it's like, oh, I don't know what you're doing, man. No, those are looking great. All right, market, what do you want to do here? Huh. Yeah, and then all of you guys in LTMP, I'm going to go through the list, all the lists tonight to see if we can catch anything else going into the end of the week. I mean, it's already been a great week so far, but... and then we also have the post-earnings moves that we were talking about this morning. So those could be very, very, very fun. But yeah, for those of you guys hopping in, start with the course videos. That's going to catch you up to speed. You're going to go through them and be like, wait. It's that simple? You talk about all this complex macro stuff all the time and your trading is that simple? Yes. Stop making it so complicated. You don't need 18 million things on your chart that aren't telling you anything. Ooh, Nikki leaks. Question to Powell. Taylor will say you should be looking through this. That's right. So why aren't you cutting rates? Because Taylor will say we're right where we should be, and one of them shows rates should actually be higher. Oh, Powell coming out with the big guns today. He's going to get a lot of questions on, like, okay, the conditions were technically a lot looser, let's say, when you were cutting last time. So why are you not cutting now? Or stricter. Sorry. No. Looser. Sorry. It's hurting my brain there. Oh no, Hims is up. This chart looks horrific. This chart really does look horrific right now. I'd be careful with this. Where's Novo today? Did it sell off? Oh, no. Novo's, I mean, that's good. Moving back up there. I still might buy some more of this thing. Add another 100, 200 shares to it. Just keep buying them. Yeah, all you guys filtered in, make sure you guys hit that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. Congratulations to everybody that was on the stream yesterday that's nailing ARM today. There you go, man. That's what we like to see out of you guys. Let's see, what else we got here? I want that 156.40 area. That's what I want. You get this push in the market here, I think we could do it. Isn't this a 2-day thing for Powell talking to... Oh, this is going to glitch my computer, I think. Oh, no. No, we just have new home sales tomorrow. Consumer sentiment was a little... Or confidence was a little bit lower today, but I would say that's based off of the conflict heating up in the Middle East. Overall, though, sentiment and confidence are bottoming and starting to move back up, which is what you want to see. Itching to see FedEx tomorrow. I know, especially after the trades, those 3 big post earnings, the last 3. I know. I don't think FedEx is going to do very well. There is one that, if there's one this week that's going to do it, it's going to be this one. It's not FedEx. There's another one, though. But yeah, so those of you guys that have hopped in, the last video in the Swing Kings course curriculum is the post-earning strategy. But there is one this week that I think, if there's one, it's going to be that one. PCE on Friday? I think PCE is going to be fine. Here goes Celsius again, looking for the highs. Again, another one right there. Boom. I think we talked about this one yesterday, too. That was probably a private stream one, though. 44.75, that was another good one. Most of you guys aren't in there. You guys are missing a lot of good trades. The Tesla one was easy. That's why I gave that one to you guys. That one was just no-brainer. Up to this level right here yesterday. I mean, I didn't think it was going to go from, our entry at 332 to 355 yesterday, but that was really nice. Really, really, really nice. Yeah, nothing else coming through the feed. It's, oh no, what's this? Explosion heard in Syrian capital. Oh, amazing. Bullish, I guess. They better adhere to this ceasefire. If they don't, this market's not gonna like that. We also don't really need this zone anymore. This was the FOMC zone. This was one we were talking about this at the end of the day in the trading chat. If you break 60.72, what do you see? I think. Hold on. Let me go grab the quote. Let me grab the quote. Where is it? Could be a little squeeze if we break that. We will see. Oh, boom. 60.72. Squeeze. I mean, again, then you got the news, but you did get a nice little move there into the end of the day. Straddle them? No. You don't want to straddle earnings. You strangle earnings. Straddling earnings is not going to give you enough juice on the options. But no, you don't want to be... I can't even think of the last time that I, actually traded earnings. I do have a strategy for it. It's just it's like if I want to gamble. Is Celsius still a buy at the current price? No. No. You're late on it, Gordon. You're late on it. The level, there was actually 2. So coal... We were talking about Celsius at 25 was really kind of my line in the sand there where I really wanted it, 24, 25. So that's where a lot of the group members bought it. And on the breakout that I outlined for you guys in the Discord, it was 44.75. This is another thing that we talked about today. Never, ever, 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 ever chase. Never. If I outline a level for you guys, let's say it's this example, 44.79, and the stock is trading at 46, you missed it. You don't buy it there. Do not ever chase. That's like rule number 1. There's going to be so many more epic setups. You do not want to be getting those bad entries. And it's not even me saying, oh, it can't go up from here. I'm just saying, in terms of a repeatable process that you want to use in the market over time, you don't do that. Ever. Please. Does that make sense? Because it's like, think about a shares trade. Like, if you were to do this, let's say, your entry's here, your stop's here, your first take profit's up here. You've got a 1 to basically 4 risk to reward if you were to buy it up there. Or if you were to have bought it at the level that I outlined. Okay, what is it here? It's 1 to 0.92. You don't want that. Right? Yeah, RKT is near 15. Rates are still coming down. Does that make sense to everybody? That's why you don't chase. Because the levels that I outlined for you guys are going to get you in at like the real start of the move. You don't want to be buying halfway through or 3/4 of the way through the move. It's ripping there though. Great move. Congratulations to everybody that's in on that one too. So, yeah, links floating around in the live chat. Use code June, get 50% off your first. It's literally $1 a day for you guys to hop in. I should charge way more. I just don't. Because I want to make it accessible to everybody. And I give you guys the discounts too. ARM's still looking good. We're about $1.40 away. If this thing gets a little jumpy here, we could have some fun. Even more fun than what we've already had this week with Tesla. You need the market to get going, though. I mean, I think Euro closes 11:30 now with the time difference. I always forget what it is, what time of year. Sometimes it's at 12:30, depending on daylight savings. Sometimes it's at 11:30. I think it's 11:30 now, though. New highs on SPX. Well, if that happens, I'll probably get my arm scale out, which will be nice. I'm just sitting in them nice and relaxed. Let the trade play out. Pre-market highs? I mean, if you're day trading that, that's a sling. That's kind of crazy, but... But yeah, today is also the last day for that 80% off Apex sale. So for those of you guys that need more of those, just use code VIX. It's 17.22 there in Europe. Yeah, so I think it's 11:30 Euro close. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But... All right, market. Let's get a little jumpy here. Let's get ARM up to 156 at least. That'd be great. Celsius ripping. New highs. How many times are you guys going to see me do this? Like, you want me to do it in front of you like 10 more times? 100? You like pins? Where is pins? Did that thing break yet? It's going. I don't really like the whippiness of this. Like, yeah, it looks good, but I'd give this like a C rating. I'm not the biggest fan of how that chart looks. It does look like it wants to break out, though. If you take it, first target's 37.41. There's Disney. I don't really like that chart that much either. See, like the one thing that we were talking about a lot on the streams, or on the private stream today, was like, there's a lot of things that you could like maybe make a weak argument for trading, but there's nothing that's jumping out to me that's like, yeah, I really want to be involved in this move. Like ARM is from yesterday. It's a great move. But nothing really else that I've seen today. When I go through the all of my lists and stuff for you guys in the group tonight, I'll probably be able to find a decent amount more. What was the other one that we were looking at just now? AMD. Love it, man. I'd love to see AMD back into like the 150s. Because I still have a chunk of it. Yeah, ARM near the highs here. This could do it. What are these up? 83%. Not bad. It's not great. I have July's on it. So at some point, these are going to get really snappy. I just want to see at what point that is. It's probably above this level, 156.41. Like 86% is good, or whatever I said it was, 83, whatever. It's good. It's not really what we're looking for, though. You need the home runs. Anybody that's telling you guys to just look at like the market from a base hit perspective is leading you to the slaughter. I see this a lot on social media. They're like, new account set up for post earnings only, wondering how the gains compare to the swing. Ooh, I think it'll look pretty good. Because like, think about it. How many, like, even if you just hit Oracle, you could probably like the total gains on the trade were probably 700-800%, like with the scale outs. So then that would mean like, okay, you could lose then 8 in a row, which you're probably not going to do that. The one thing I will say about the post earnings though is like, don't get like too excited about them. You're like, oh, I have one account for this, I'm going to do all of them. Like, remember, I'm picky with them. Sometimes a lot of the time it benefits me, but then sometimes I'll miss something like a Z-scaler where I don't really like the spreads. Hassett says trade deals coming after tax bill passes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Welcome, Jesse, to the group. Everybody, go into market chat. Give Jesse a nice warm welcome. Let's see. Is UNH a good trade setup? I'd almost, without even looking at it, say no. No. Well, I don't really know what you would be looking at here. This is one that like people have been asking me about. I'm leaving this one alone. I don't really want to go near it. You know what we should take a look at? Where's Target? Dude, still in the same place. Still in the exact same place. Come on, arm. Let's get a little jumpy here. Come on. So buy dart? No. I still don't like that one. I mean, the longer it forms a base, I might get a little more interested in it. I didn't like what I was seeing out of their financials and their overall path for their business. That's why I didn't touch it. Let's see. When you take an LTMP swing trade or a post-earnings trade, post-immersing yourself in the curriculum, you'll never trade the same again. Kimberly, I know. That's why it's so fun to see you guys come in. And, like, when I say once you see it, you can't unsee it, it's, like, the truth there. Red lines, yeah, the 200 EMA. DB, that's on the, I believe I talk about that in the courses. Or no, I talk about the 20, I think. The reason why I have the 200 up now is because of the movement that we saw out of the broad market earlier this year with everything like selling deep through their 200s or right to their 200s. So it was just kind of another spot on the chart that I was looking for. Like, I don't want to see like Oxy's a good example, or the one that I'm thinking of. It's like, well, I would have never traded oil names with everything going on. But like if I see a chart set up like this, like, forget about these two candles here. Like, I'm not going to long this on a breakout right below the 200. But, like, when almost everything's above, it's like, well, I don't really need it on the chart because we're not near the 200, you know? Because, like, you can be above the 10, look great on every front, but then the 200's right overhead that you could go up and reject off of. Dude, look at Celsius, man. Great work, guys. Really great work. I kind of wish I just slung that one on Celsius. That would have been fun. I mean, that's big. That's another big move from the watch list. CVS 12%. Nice. Yeah, you just need $1 more. One more burst on ARM. And we got it. It's been looking great so far today. Ooh, 8 likes away from 50. We're halfway to the 100 like goal. You guys hit it last week on Powell and then the Friday stream. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it today, but that's all I ask for around here. Tap that like. I mean, I can see argument for Disney here, especially with that candle yesterday. I just don't like that candle yesterday, dropping down below the 10 like that. You know? I'm just not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm really just waiting on ARM. That's it. That's it. So I can go sell some, lock in some gains, and then move on. The best thing about this, oh, I tweeted this out yesterday too. It was like, oh, also, a lot of you guys might, I mean, I have a new Twitter, but it's not new. It's like a year old now. So if you guys aren't following me on Twitter yet, I'm going to try to use it a lot more. Here's the Twitter. But I was like, day trading's a scam. In almost every sense of the word. All of these little gurus out there that are like, huh. First of all, the way that they're trading is no edge. Zero. None. Nada. But in addition to that, they're like, oh, time freedom, financial freedom. It's like, okay, so then they tell you after talking about time freedom that you're going to go sit and look at 1 minute charts all day from 9:30 a.m. to 4. You just gave yourself another job. Like, do you know how long it would take me to do this every day? If I wasn't hanging out with you guys trying to help everybody out, understand more things about the market, it would take me maybe 15 minutes a day. To look at the market. And then maybe a little longer at night to look for new charts. That's it. Ooh, this is interesting. Powell asked if treasuries are a safe haven. Says, yes, dollar is always going to be the reserve currency anyway for a long time. Interesting. Very slow market here. I mean, it's just slowly grinding up, it looks like. We're going to get some more comments on the big beautiful bill, but they're not the bond market's not really reacting to it. So that's a good sign. Because we have seen some comments about that today and the bond market hasn't freaked out. It did a little, but not really. Like if you look at yeah, no, not I mean a little bit in here, but that's negligible. What made you get into stocks? I just liked it. I thought they were fun. It's cool. It's not like the way that I do things too is like you get to learn a lot about a lot of different things. That's what's fun about it. The other thing too is it teaches you how to like analyze things because of one very important reason. Like if you're gonna analyze a certain situation here, like let's think about what was happening in the Middle East. Like you could have one of your friends who's like not really interested in the market saying all kinds of crazy things about what's gonna happen next with the conflict in the Middle East. But for us as market participants, we have to look at things from a perspective of, all right, I can have this opinion, but am I going to put risk? Am I going to put my actual money where my mouth is with that type of opinion on where the markets can go based off of that? That's kind of one of the reasons why I don't really trust a lot of what these economists say a lot of the time is because it's just textbook stuff. They're not actually putting their money where their mouth is. There's no risk to them being wrong. For me, when I look at things, it's like, if I have an opinion, especially on like the Fed or things like that, well, I better be right and well researched or else I lose money, you know? It's fun that way. And you get a lot better at it over time. Does that make sense? It's like you'll have a lot of these people say things where you're like, yeah, but you wouldn't actually put money on that. If that's kind of like what you're doing all of the time, you're gonna be like, all right, well, I'm gonna look at things a lot differently, from a lot more neutral perspective and from like a probabilistic perspective, and be like, well, I could think X, Y, Z, but what is the most likely outcome here? You know? Where did Tessie end up going? Interesting perspective. I have a lot of interesting perspectives. If you want to have different results than everybody else, you have to think and act differently than everybody else. Simple as that. Reese, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, making money is definitely fun. Yeah, I mean, this great chart here. Shout out to all you guys that were on the stream yesterday when we talked about this. This one's printing. Yet another one. Again, I'd like to see it go up and hit that target today. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. Market turning up here. Let's see. Let's see if we get moving a little bit. Portfolio looking very green today. Attaboy, Reese. There you go. Yeah, I think the watch list for tonight, it'll come out later. Ooh, what do we got in community gains? Oh, there you go, Rogue. Up 2.5% on the day, doing nothing. Attaboy. That is one of the really fun parts about like what we do here too, is like when you're swinging, you literally could wake up one day and you're like, all right, well, I just woke up, made thousands of dollars and did nothing. Back from vacation? Nate, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Nate, didn't you just nail? You hit something. Tessie? I think it was Tessie, wasn't it? But that might be a different Nate. When did I start investing? A long time ago. Probably 16, 17, something like that. It's like 10 years ago. Started at 21, now 22. Nice. Oh, it wasn't you? Well, I'll find another one for you. Don't you worry. We're going to have a lot more epic trades if this market keeps doing what I think it's about to do. So, yeah, again, those of you guys that aren't in there with us yet, make sure you guys take advantage of that 50% off your first 2 months sale with code June. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Very highly reviewed for a reason. So, if ARM could get out of its own way and go up to freaking 156.40. You just walked the dog and made a position free. Isn't that the best, man? You're out doing other stuff. You see an alert. Boom. Was it ARM, Johnny? Or was it Celsius? What was it? Because Celsius was epic today. Oh my God. It's almost at 47 now. Yeah, which one was that one, Johnny? Uh-oh. ARM is slipping with the market going up now. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Come on. Get your butt back up there, buddy. I don't want any nonsense. I want take profits. 21's early. Yeah, it is early. I'm just very early. News on Neo? What is it? Neo. Ooh, it's moving. Ooh, Neo's moving tonight. Hello. That's nice. What is great is holding free leaps, not caring where it goes since there's plenty of time on them. Yeah. Are you talking about RKT? Because that was another good one. There's countless of them, guys, and I'll just keep doing it over and over and over again. Let's see. Daniel, welcome to the group, my man. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 33% upside. That's not very good. RKT Leap still up 64%. Nice. Nice. Yeah, welcome to all you guys filtering in to the group there. Again, first things first, go through the edge the course videos. If you're new to options, watch the options section of the Day Trading Mastery course first, and then go into the Swing Kings. If you are familiar with options, just go right into Swing Kings. And then if you want to learn the day trading stuff after, go for it. The day trading strategies are pretty lethal too. I just like focusing on swings more. I don't want to sit here and watch stuff all day. You know? It's like what I said before. It's like, I'd rather just look at charts a little bit, nail the big 500,000, 2,000% trades and be done. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to day trade. No. I have stuff I got to do. Oh, there goes arm down. No. Stop it. It's fine. That still looks epic. Yeah, those leaps are probably looking good. The Novo leaps were up a lot at one point. I wanted 8250 and it never went up there. It's fine though. I mean, I technically still made money on it. Just should have been a lot better. Sofi? Oh. Who told you guys about the weekly breakout and now Sofi's almost at 16? Who told you? I did. Swing trading 1 month and above. Well, it's really just looking at larger time frames. Like, technically yesterday, Tesla, I mean, technically I day traded it, but like I didn't expect, like my plan was to hold it, but then it ran up $20 and hit my first target that day. Usually I'm in positions for like probably around 4 days to 2 weeks at a time. It's usually how long I'm in them for. Because like you'll see that, like look at Celsius right here. The thing that I find stocks that are about to explode before they do, then I tell all you guys about them. So this one could have some follow through here, but even not. I mean, this is still an epic start to this move. Think about Tesla. I mean, this one didn't follow through here. But we ran up to that first target yesterday. As soon as it started to fade this morning, I was like, boom, I'm out. No thanks. Give me some more money. Look at ARM. Entered ARM yesterday. Still looking really good. Perfectly fine with holding this one. But yeah, that's where the big gains come from. Swing trading. It's not day trading. Do you want to make big money in the market? Focus on swing trading. It's going to help you out so much. Like, I swear, the reason why, I'm telling you guys right now, the reason why those statistics are out there, that like 90-something% of traders fail, is because they're day trading. They have no edge, zero. They don't have asymmetric risk to reward. They're not able to get these bigger gains to be able to balance out the beginner mistake. If they all just smartened up a little bit and were like, oh, I'm going to just focus on literally all you have to do is just look at charts. Like, you guys could come in, go through the courses, and then you're set forever. Once you understand it, you're like, oh, it's that simple. Yes. You literally could just use the post-earning strategy and wipe the floor with everybody. I don't know why more people don't do it. It's because they see these morons on social media. I'm trading with the algorithm that runs the market. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. So that's why I'm able to find these so consistently, because I don't want to say all, but like the vast majority of stocks that are about to make massive moves look the exact same before they do. Every time. It's just over and over and over again. You just see the same thing happen continuously. We'll pull back on ARM. Let's see if we can get there today. If it doesn't, it's fine. I'll just keep holding it. I won't let this trade go red. That's for sure. ENVX. See, this is why I have the 200 on the charts now. Reject. It's going to need a lot to get over that 200. It's an interesting one, though, with the batteries. Don't they have like a mystery contract with like a big phone manufacturer? I think this is that one. Micron just keeps going up. Yeah, I'm not touching Micron, but I might have to at some point this week. Watch Micron. Those of you guys that know about the post-earning strategy, this will be the freebie for today. Only if you know the post-earning strategy. Watch Micron after earnings. If it qualifies, I will be trading it. There's like 4 potentials this week, but if there's going to be one that could really do it, I mean, let me look at the chart. How does it look? I kind of take that back. Didn't we trade this up here? Oh, yeah, we already traded Micron. We traded this breakout right here up to, yeah, I mean, we've already traded this thing. A lot more informative than others on YouTube. Thanks, Reese. I appreciate that. That's what I try to do. A lot of these people are idiots. I don't know why people watch them. I don't know why people do a lot of things that they do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, great work today, guys. Like, so, where is this thing? Is this over 47 yet? Oh, no. Little pullback. Market kind of fizzling here. ARM $1 off the highs. That's fine. I still like this. Gonna leave it be. Best case scenario, ready, is ARM. We get another gap up tomorrow and ARM just goes boom. That's like, if the market wants to give me a gift, gap up. That would be nice. I would very much enjoy a gap up. The last time we had a nice gap up was Tesla, but the contracts didn't really move that much. It was this move on Tesla that I gave you guys. It was this break right here. So we were long off 294.50, and you got this gap here. This was off of news, too, for the broad market. So I sold this gap up, which I was completely fine with doing. It did then continue, but fine with me. I love selling gap ups. Plus, with that gap, the contracts weren't up as much as I thought they were going to be because of the increased IV for some reason on Tesla. So I was like, I'll just take the money and run. Then we nailed it again here. This one I think was a break even. But the last couple of trades on Tesla have been sick. I'm waiting for that real big one. Like this one last year on Tesla was 8,000%. You know how many trades a year you need to run 8,000% to like outperform everybody? 1. Just 1. We also had the 6,000% Oracle last year. That was wild. I thought we were gonna do it again on the. I thought we were gonna hit Oracle a second time for a big one. I mean, 1,500%, 1,200%. That's still really good. But I did think that those were gonna keep going. That would have been real fun if we saw Oracle last week just keep ramping up. Yeah, ARM might be done for today. I mean, it's market's still pushing higher here, and it's struggling now. So we'll see. Still a really, really great start to this move, though. We'll see if it continues. If it doesn't, whatever, man. So, all right, guys. It is 11:50. We are going to be wrapping it up for today. I'm going to throw the link to LTMP, the private trading and investing group over here, in the live chat for you guys. Use code JUNE. Get 50% off your first 2 months. Literally only costs you $1 a day. So for those of you guys that want to hop in, welcome. Make sure you guys are starting with the course videos. If you guys have any questions on anything in those videos, just ask. I'm always around to answer. Do you consider Palantir or hold still or take profits in run? I mean, you can sell calls against it, but I wouldn't do it with a whole position if you're still in it, just riding it out. Especially if you got it when I gave it to everybody at 15. I mean, you can trim, you can do. At that point, with a name like that, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. But if you still like it, you still want to hold it, I mean, you could just sell some calls against your position on some of it. You could just straight out trim a little bit of it. There's a lot of things you can do there. But I do think that one is still going to get some love from the market. I just think it's going to be a little volatile towards the highs. So, all right, guys. I will see you guys later. Video coming out at 4 p.m. Great day, though. Congratulations to everybody that's been nailing these trades. For those of you guys that are taking that right step forward, hopping into the group, welcome. We're going to get you guys going with us. So team, I'll see you guys later. Peace.